Oh man, what in the world? Why? What? Yeah, you know what this is. It's a full takeover of insanity. I hope you guys are ready. I haven't seen you all in a while. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to Art with Mad Mel. I am the Madman. This is my madness that I create. The madness that the Madhouse made. I hope you're ready. Where are we going tonight, you might ask? What is tonight's picture? Well, thumbnail says Mega Man. And you know what? Mega Man it is. Hi, Demetria. Hi, Zetarius. Hello. Anyone else that might be watching that may be just skedaddling through. How has everybody been? How's everybody been doing? Is this backwards? It's backwards. No wonder everything felt weird. It wasn't even right. I can't even get right. Look at me. I'm having a hard time trying to get right. Anyways, there we go. Now it's proper. Seat's all messed up. I'm just having trouble over here. Oh yes, if you can see here, I've been busy redoing the faces. Oh, wait, what? Huh? I don't understand, Mel. What? There's a face behind the face. There's a face behind the face. There's always a face behind the face. See, I did a little something here. I wanted to make sure that the lines were going to be completely correct and the faces are a little bit not adhered. So I took the heads off, right? So I could get that fixed. So I could start doing the clothes and the neckline and stuff. And then it made it easier for me to paint the faces, right? Since I got this and a couple of more. I wanted them all the same tone. So I've done a couple of things. Done a few pictures. Got a commission piece that I got going right now. Let's see. What else do I have going? Oh, man. Got a bunch of stuff over here. But we're not here to talk about that. That's a Sunday thing. Thank you for coming back tonight. We're going to go to the table. Let's see what's happening over here. Ah, look at that. Fantastic. So, where we left off last time was Mega Man 1. I'll show you guys that. Tonight, I promise I'm not going to have an episode. Actually, I didn't have an episode. Have you ever just felt tired sometimes? Like, just wore out? Yeah, that's what happened to me last stream. I had too much going on. And I got overwhelmed and tired. This is where we started out. Mega Man 1. This is Mega Man. First picture in the coloring book, right? So, wanted to try to keep that same energy as we go through. Wanted to try to make it like my type of robots, but yet again, same emphasis on him. So I'm going to try to keep this as a reference picture up while I'm working on him here, because I wanted to get him in a nice little pose, right? Because the one I did before was okay, but this one I think is going to be a little bit better. I think this is going to be more on the money for what I was looking for, especially for like the blaster and everything and the position of where I wanted it to be. Because, you know, technically you're not going to have a hand here, right? So, there you go. Yeah, this is, all the time you're tired. Yeah, it's one of those things, you know. It's not like a normal exhaustion either. You know, it's like a lingering exhaustion. But you guys know what I mean. No. It just seems like it's just tiresome sometimes. Or at least I've been tired. But you know what? We're not going to be down today. We're going to have a good night. So what have you guys been up to? Anybody do anything interesting or wild or crazy or maddening since the last time I was here? Now, you don't have to all answer at the same time. I'm just doing simple line work right now with him since I already have that there. And what I'm doing here is I'm making a ricochet and I'm having him shoot the blade like the scissor blade away, right? So it's going to be kind of him sliding into him shooting that scissor blade away. Which I always thought that this boss was always kind of a pain. Scissor Man was always kind of a pain. I didn't have a problem with Iceman and the rest of them. Never had much of an issue. Scissor Man always gave me a problem. Always gave me grief for whatever reason. Maybe because I got this timing off with the damn the boomerang blade, or maybe it was just when I was younger. It was just a lot harder that way. But regardless, he always gave me trouble. So, there we go. So what do you guys want to talk about tonight? Anybody feel like talking? We'll talk for a little bit, do a little monologue thing, right? And then we'll go on into something else. But the chat is open if you want to talk before I throw on the whole techno kickoff. Because you know I love my dance music, right? Dance, madman, dance. There we go. Alright. You know, Mega Man's always been a little bulky. I think that's the charm I find in Mega Man, is that his body is kind of bulky, you know? So he always feels like, I don't know, Mega Man always felt like the underdog robot, but he was always very versatile. He was like a powerful bot, but he was like an absorber bot, right? He was a consumer bot. You know, like every time he would fight somebody, he would gain their power, right, by siphoning it from them when he beats them. So I mean, Dr. Wily made him pretty strong. You know, I always thought that was neat. That he's actually really powerful, but you know, he has to consume somebody else or destroy them and then take their power. I am seriously thinking about the UFO coming to Earth in November. Man, that thing, look. I don't even know if I'm in the position to say it. I mean, I've been practicing this thing with like not talking about stuff, but I don't know. I really don't know about that. And Basin, 4 turbos yours. Yeah, I can see that. Good to see you, Asmodeus. As for December or November, I don't know. It's hard to say, right? It's really hard to say about that. It's really hard to say. I mean, there are documents of things about things being done that aren't really from the things that are supposed to be the things, right? I'm speaking very vaguely here. I'll just go on and say it because why not, right? Why not? I'm mad. You guys are mad, and you want the madman's opinion on it, right? So, yeah, I don't think it's good. I think it's absolutely something that we're not prepared for. I think we're at a point. Let's see. I was big into Mega Man, Anti-Warrior, and Battle Network. Yeah, those were fun. Those were really fun. I enjoyed those. Those were fun games. I don't know. I'm old G Mega Man. But I still like some of the newer ones too. X series was really what got me back into it. But yes, Dimitri, I will say it. So, you know, certain people of certain organizations, especially one man when he was on his deathbed, that said that when shit gets really bad, they're gonna go for something from outer space. But here's the thing, like, don't be fooled by stuff coming out of the sky. Not right now. If anything, we need to be worried about is what the hell's shooting out of the ocean. That's where the trouble's at. Mind you, we had an earthquake that's bringing a tsunami that was off the edge of Russia, right? Like underwater, like underground, like it was huge. Was it a what? I don't know. I really don't know. I have no idea. I know I have a patient that's always screaming about it. Said that he was in some program. I'm not sure. Whenever we get ready to talk about the program, the man comes in there and usually grabs him by the head and takes him back to his room. Usually tells me that's enough. So I really don't know when it comes to that. I'm kind of left in the dark. But I don't think that what's coming from deep space is something that we need to be terribly concerned about. I mean, it's something to be concerned about, but the thing that I would say to be concerned about is the shit that they back engineered. I feel like they back engineered a lot of stuff that we have no idea about. And because of that, we're going to be easily beguiled, because, you know, everybody's going to see stuff. And, oh man, that's definitely it's one of them, you know, and people aren't going to really know. Some people will, but everybody will be scoffed off. Don't get into ships. Oh yeah, that's how they're going to boil the ocean completely away. Yeah, like AI and, all of it. All of that. Yes, because AI, like, what was it? To make a picture, it takes a bottle. What is it? A friend of mine's wife told me this. I think it takes a bottle of water up to 6 bottles of water to make one image in AI. So I might be wrong about the actual trajectory of how much it uses, but that's a damn lot of water. And on top of that is polluted. Like, you can't drink that. Causing a worldwide flooding and awakening sleeping things down there. Yeah, exactly. You know, look, I know I'm drawing, but I always say this. It's silly shit until it's outside walking around, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I just, we are in a point now in reality where you have to think outside the box or you're not going to survive. Because the world that we are about to go into, now we are actually being pushed into, regardless if you want it or not, the madness is here. Now, don't be afraid. There ain't nothing to be afraid of, because, you didn't do this. Right? You, me, the rest of us. We didn't do this. They did this to us. Well, what do you mean by that, right? Floating out another beast. Yeah, right. Beast, yeah. They're from the items found on the earth. A synthetic beast. A robot. What do you think it is? Cobalt? Wires? Gold? Right? Hey, Skew. Hey. Yeah, no, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. Like, when you hear the things that we look at now, we are not to be afraid of this. Now, how the hell can you say that, Mel? Let me explain. Right? We didn't do this. They did this saying it was for our best interest. They said they did. But we never asked for it. They decided to do it. Right? But, Uncle Ben said it very clear. It's so funny how comic books and video games have all the stuff that show it, of course, and you could get into conspiracy. I don't say theory anymore. I don't say conspiracy theory. I just say hypothesis. We're past the points of theory. We're past the points of, oh man. And like I said, don't think this is like, oh man, this crazy man doing art's fear-mongering. No, I'm not fear-mongering. See, the thing is I want you to be aware. Because I'm an artist, I'm telling you to look outside the box, past the normal perspective. I want you to look in between the lines. I want you to look further into the horizon than most. I want you to look in that layer that you see that pulls up and that extends out, and that you just see something slightly off. That slightly off is the truth. Don't be afraid of it, right? And don't get so consumed into it. Don't go mad. There's so much life left to live. There's not a reason to say, oh, well, harumph, it's all over with. I will say this. I say this a lot in my own personal life. I don't care. Now, let me explain the I don't care, right? Now, to say I don't care in most contexts, and by definition, it means that it's just giving up or not having any apathy at all, lack of, or so forth and so on, etc., right? But what I mean by I don't care anymore is the fact that I've done everything I can do, right? There's no shame in my game. I'm 40 years old. Look damn good for 40, don't I? Ha! Right? So, but anyways, I'm 40 years old. I've seen a lot of things in my time on this earth. You can call me a boomer, whatever the hell you want to call me. It doesn't matter, because there's one thing. You know, we're all being lied to. They can't keep it up. Things are popping out. Shit's happening. They're exposed. Look at what's going on. Everybody's scrambling and trying to hide. You know, I always think of like we are seeing things. I've seen things, and other people of my, you know, age group have seen it, and we're watching everything just kind of just bubble over, and fear and uncertainty is taking over everybody. Now, to make yourself feel better about this, there are certain people who voted and did things, and there are people who do things, and, you know, organizations that say that they know. There are so many people saying so many things, but nobody's got a true answer to any. Well, there is a true answer, but that's for a different topic and a different time, right? That might actually just be a video I might do. But there we go. Look at Mega Man. Mega Man over here looking sharp. Looking sharp. Sharp. Yes, sir. Boom. This is going to be a fun coloring book. Really is going to be fun. I hope whoever has the enjoyment of being able to enjoy this, which if shipping stuff goes well, we might be able to get something happening here soon. But I digress before I lose my train of thought. We're in a weird place. We're in the best of times and the worst. Like, everybody's acting crazy, man. And you got to be careful also too with small-mindedness too. People are getting caught up in these weird ideologies. Lots of talk from the past is becoming more prevalent in today's society. You know, things that people used to say a long time ago. You know, you keep hearing about the future becoming the past, right? Like, what's happening here? Oh, by the way, here's another funny thing I found out today. The lady involved with, what was that, the Epstein gentleman? Yeah, that man, he had a handler, or I think that lady or whatnot. They're putting her in a minimum security prison now, so she's dead. She's going to be gone. So that's going to happen. I'm quite sure they're going to shut her down and disconnect her. And, you know, that's okay. These are things that are going on in the world, right? But here's the thing, though. In all the madness, where's your happiness, right? Water's good. Where's your happiness in the madness? You got to find your happiness in the madness. Don't worry so much about the madness. That's the positive of all this. And that's where the I just don't care comes in. What can I do about any of that? Or she's making a deal for a part. She wants to. That's the problem. She wants to. That's the issue. That's why she's being moved. It's because she's trying to make a deal with that, with you know, that man, right? Because I'm going to keep from saying words, right? But that one man that can happen to have the ability for that pardon to happen, you know, she's waiting for him. But will she make it in time? That's the question. I mean, this is supposed to be like a minimal security. Like, you can have makeup and, you know, toiletries, like combs, things like that. Right. So, yeah. I say that this is the time where we just enjoy the show. Because there's nothing anybody can do with this. Now, oh, you just keep saying nothing you can do. Well, here's the thing you can do. Be wise. Be vigilant. Pay attention. Right? If there's people acting like a bunch of crash outs, you might want to get out. If you can. Now, I'm not saying every opportunity you're going to have with someone acting crazy, you're going to be able to. Believe me, I run an insane asylum. Anytime it can happen to me. Right? And it has happened to me. Are you actually talking to a clone or the real me? I don't know. That's for a different show. You know? Oh, Mel. You're in different form today. What do we have here? I have a buzz on the telly. Okay, cool. Cool. Everything is situated on that end, yes. So, I hope I answered questions well. Anybody else got something to throw on the board? While you're ramping up for the next question, here's the thing that I'm thinking about also. And I'm just going to go on and say this because I think it's absolutely diabolical and sick. I get kind of tired of impoverished areas or places that they consider to be low-income areas always have to be ground zero for test subject activity, right? Like you're putting an AI power data center right next to people that might look like my complexion, right? And you think that that's okay to be dumping those type of byproducts in there. That's not good. See, but don't worry. He's going to be out of business and he's going to take off with his people up to Mars and they will all die up there. And that will be the end of that. Do I wish them any ill will? No, but let's just think of it this way. Mars is a desolate planet. And if any of you play Dune, doesn't it remind you of Mars? There's certain times you see stuff. Like, I don't know, I saw a rock cliff and I was like, wow, that looks like one of those rover pictures. You know, so what are we really doing here? What's really happening? And I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Because his suit is real basic, right? It doesn't require much for Scissorman. I mean, literally, Scissorman is like three or four things right here. Let's see. Let me get Scissorman here. Because he throws his headpiece right. Let's see. So he normally throws his headpiece. Yes, we are in an amazing time in history. Indeed. And, you know, like... it could all be awesome. It should be awesome. How many of us... how many of us wanted to have this as a kid? I know I like robots. Now I'm kind of like, I don't know. You know? Why is it that every time that we see a video of these robots, and I saw this gentleman online, a guy I watch sometimes, I can't remember the man's name offhand, but he mentioned this before. Man, I wish I remembered the guy's name. Anyways, why are they putting these robots in human clothes? I don't know. It just looks silly. It looks like a preteen trying to wear their dad's clothing. It looks very bizarre. But if you're not paying attention, if you're like dawdling off, and that thing is like wired to go, you wouldn't even know. That thing would be sitting there like, man, look at that. And it's like, hey, that thing's got a screen for a head. And then he grabs you up, right? You know? What do we know? I just fear that they're going to send those damn things up there, a robot up there. This is just my hypothesis. This is where my brain goes. Let's just dabble with my brain for a minute. Obelisk. I think obelisks are weird, right? I think obelisks are very strange objects, right? They always show that when you touch an obelisk, you gain knowledge, right? So let's just say we send a robot, right? And that robot is running around. Or this could have already happened. We don't, hell if we know at this point. But let's just say that bot, droid, whatever, comes in contact with the old obelisk that has knowledge on it, and it gets compromised by said knowledge, right? Something happens to it, corrupts its files, corrupts it, does something different to it, unnatural, because you know that technology is older than time, or as old as time, right? We don't know. What the hell am I even talking about? I might have had too much electricity today. Who knows? But, you know, these might be things far beyond anything that we really know. You know, we don't know, man. I don't know. It's just the shit that I think of is just so silly how reckless human beings are being right now. And we really don't know what's going on. And I feel like we've been sold out. I just feel like the human race has been sold out. I feel like the racism is ignorant. I'm just going to say the things I don't think that should be even worried about right now. I think worrying about what you look like skin-wise or whatnot is completely irrelevant at this point. I think we got species that we don't have any damn clue about that we're going to be dealing with that we need to be more focused on. And we do have data on them. We do have information on them. Nobody wants to be bothered with it because they want to say, oh, well, that ain't true, or try to debunk it. You know what's really sad is the denial of truth. When you are given truth and it's so jarring that your mind immediately says, I have to objectify that, I don't believe it, you know, it always reminds me sometimes of, like, you know, how closed-mindedness sometimes can jeopardize a lot of things. Like, you can put yourself in a bad position, you know, or miss out on something because you're not thinking outside the box. What does this guy look like? Let's see. Oh, I ain't worried about it. Let it. I'm not that concerned about it. Right now, I'm about trying to make good memories and have a good time, and eat vanilla wafers and popsicles all the time. I don't know what I'm saying. Get ready to do a backflip. Sorry, my concentration was really high on that. I was trying to make sure that line went through smoothly, because I don't really want to have to keep redoing much on this, because I want to get the panel. I want to try to get 2 pages done today, and that's what I want to try to do, because these are just boss fights, right? So it shouldn't require a lot. I just need a really good action pose. But I think this might be a good one here. I think this might be it. But enough of that shit, since we've talked enough about that kind of crazy mess. Some of you might be like, oh my god, that man just won't shut the fuck up about that. That man or woman who just said all of that, they're already been chewed up, right? So, I ain't even worried about that. Oh boy, I need to fix that. That's not even correct. It wasn't supposed to crescent moon. There we go. Well, I guess it's time for music. Good talk. What was that, 30 minutes? Something like that? I don't know. It was decent. Decent little talk. Let me see. What are we going to do? Where's it at? Ah, here it is. Yeah, that works. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you're mad enough, that is. Yeah, it just is what it is, you know. When human beings want to try to play God by making a robot into said God, you're going to destroy that species. I mean, hell, look at what happened in Elder Scrolls. Do I need to say more? Look at the damn board. And if we do have any type of aliens come in here, or any type of weird anything, it's probably for two reasons. Either one, it's either they're coming here because they want to grab whatever it is, and they're going to use that, and it was ours, it was already theirs, we just back engineered it for it to work. Or they're coming here to stop us because we made something that is more detrimental to the known universe than anybody ever understood. It's like that unforgivable thing, like if that could destroy all of existence. Oh well, who knows? I'll tell you what, Mega Man's looking pretty sharp right now. Go on ahead and hit a thumbs up if you like what's going on with this. Now I gotta fix his eyes, man. He's looking all dead and soulless. Look at this man. He's supposed to be looking like he's got something going on up there, but he ain't got nothing happening. This old boy is having a bad time. Well, that's okay. We're going to make him look real good. We're going to make him look real nice. Give him a nice chest upgrade. I'm going to turn this around. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cool, cool. There it is. Oh yeah, I've been really enjoying the work you mad ones have been throwing in the Discord. By the way, hold up. Hold up. If you ain't in here, you ain't in here. You're not doing it. You gotta be here. Oh man. Let me get the Discord for you guys. Man, what? There we go. Ah, there's the link. Go on and pin that up there. If you want to join the Discord, that's where the mad ones join, share art, talk. It's a nice community, but if you come in there trying to be a troll, you're going to have a bad time. Just let you know that offhand. You're going to have a terrible time if you think you're going to come in there and troll around. No. We're mad for a reason. But if you want to come and have a good time, you can't find no better place. Man. To make everyone crazy? Yeah, no, I mean, you know, why not? Why not? We're already mad. Why not? Just go on ahead and just push into it. You know, there's no reason not to. Embrace the madness, right? That's the motto. I embrace the madness with open arms. Oh, that's lovely. Now I got a big old chunky thigh. The drawing looks good, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Trying to really get that aesthetic of okay, there we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, I need to rotate that. I hit the wrong thing. Okay. That was good enough. I tried to do the sideways shot, but you know, it's alright. All I need really is there we go. Don't forget the chat's still open. You guys can talk if you want to, or if you just want to watch, you can as well. There we go. Now, we got now I think it's time for us to get some speed lines going. But first, Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Glad you dropped in. Yeah, almost got it done. We're almost done with this page. Once I put the metal on the floor, I think we're ready to go. And I think the next person we're going to do, I'll let you guys pick. I'm going to give you two. We can either do Bomb Man or Lightning Man. One of those two, Bomb Man or Lightning Man. I'll let you put it. Put a number 1 for Bomb Man, number 2 for Lightning Man. Which those are going to be fun. Those are going to be fun to do. Let's see here. I need those speed lines. Where are my speed lines? Well, before that, I got my wind. Right? There it is. 1. Got 1 for Bomb Man. Alright. Thank you very much there. There we go. Yep. And then it got blown in half. Right? And then you got that. And then you got the wind that takes it up here into the wall. So you don't even have to worry about that when you get if you decide to get the coloring book, because this all that detail stuff is already done for you. Blast, boom, you know, he hit that and then just ricocheted and blew it apart, right? He's trying to get up there. That's where he needs to go. Yeah, there we go. That's better. There we are. Alright. Well, like I said, guys, chat's open if you want to chat about something, have something you want to talk about, or you just want to just say hi. Floor is open. Do keep in mind, though, you know, try to be as kind as you possibly can, because we are on the Overlord's machine, you know. I don't want them sending any more bagmen to the facility. I'm just kidding. Let's see here. That looks good. Let's see if we can find another brush with the metal frame. If I can. I might not have it. That might be wishful thinking on my end. I know I have a lot of mech components, but I don't think I have the metal flooring. Oh, that's even better. Cut that density down, we might have something. Yeah, that's a little too much. Nor is that. Let's see. Oh. I'm trying to find another. Wait, hold on. Is that it? Oh, I can fix that. Hold on. Why did that move? Oh, that's right. Boom. Not bad. Yeah, it looks like a boss battle. Yeah, that looks like a boss fight to me if I've ever seen one. Yeah, I like that. Now we got something here. Let's get that ground looking right. If we can get that ground looking right, I think we might be on to the next thing. Come on. I am literally looking for one brush, but I don't think I have it anymore. Nope, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I got that. Alright, let's give Mega Man some, let's give him a little bit of, some texture for his clothes, why don't we? Yeah, that song got on my nerves. Yeah, that's cold. I like that. Alright. Bam! I love that. Look at that. Yuck. Alright. I'm good with that for right now. I need a tight HUD coat. I mean, we can get you a new HUD coat if that's what you're looking for. Always looking for new HUD coats. HUD coats are the way to go. Woo! Had to shake it out. Alright? Alright, now, let's go on ahead. We got 2 down. Mega Man starting out, getting in there, making it happen. I'm going to fix it before the book's done. We're just done for right now. So we're going to do Bomberman, right? New page. New rage. Alright. Boom. And then we can just take that whole thing here. And the stacking of that didn't go well. Alright, now I gotta figure out what kind of level is Bomberman gonna be on. Let's see. I know I got throw pose. I found it. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Alright, there we are. There we are. Alright. Bang. There we go. I got that there. Damn mustache. Oh, I messed up the shoe. Keep it up on him. Hey, Ron and Roa. Good to see you guys. I hope you like Mega Man. If I can get his boots to act right, he will look a little bit more like himself, right? But thank you for watching. Good to see you. It's always nice to have new mad ones. Inspiring the young. That's always good. Art's always a wonderful thing to express yourself with. Never lose it. And there's many forms of art, so always express yourself if you can. There we go. There we are. Alright. Awesome sauce. There we go. Hey, look at Skew. Skew's been one of the mad ones for a while. Oh man, did I get that all set? It's okay. I don't mind. It's fine. Alright, let me get this reference picture of Bomberman real quick. Because this guy's like a toad with armor. He's silly looking. Oh no, that's wrong. I'm sorry. That's the other guy. No, Bomberman's cool looking. He's got that daggum mohawk. Yeah, boy. That's gonna be it. He's a little bit more bulkier, so this is gonna be the challenge because I got a thinner body model, but nah, I'll show you what I can do. First things first, let's get the head shape. Ah, you're welcome. I'm glad they enjoyed that. That was fun. There we go. Let's get his ear. Yep, there we go. There's that. There we go. Oh no! Why is your internet acting silly? Uh-oh. Oh, no. That was actually correct. But this... Ah, that's where I messed up. I'll come back to that. Oh yeah, his hand's bulky. Good grief, this guy's just all bulk. Well, I guess he's a bomber, so I mean, I wouldn't expect it to be... Oh, you have a thunderstorm. Hope it doesn't cause power or nothing. Yeah, same. Hopefully you keep your power. Nothing's worse than a thunderstorm coming through and then the power goes out. That's the worst. I've never been a fan of that. I don't think anybody's actually ever wanted to be a fan of that. Oh man, we only got, what, like 15 more minutes, man. Oh boy. Time flies when you're mad. What can you do, right? I don't like thunderstorms. Yeah, thunderstorms suck, man. I'm not a fan of them either. I don't know. I think it's the unpredictability that kind of makes me uneasy with them. See, I'm not a... Uh-oh. Is it techno time? I think it's techno time again. But Mel, it's been techno time the whole time. You're right. It has been. Yeah, that's as much as you're going to get out of me. I don't feel like it. Oh, he's got stubby legs and he's a big old bowling ball kind of man. Wiley, you silly hobo. Why do you have to make all your enemies so gimmicky looking? Right on the nose. You know, I was working on this commission painting today, and I made a slight mistake, and I went to go click like I would do on the digital drawing. I can just use the backspace. I tried to use that, and I felt like a silly person because I realized, oh, I can't do that. That's a little silly, right? There we go. There we are. All right. Okay, so now we got it. Now, I can't remember what Bomberman's level looks like right offhand. So, I'm going to just make some kind of placeholder because it's that time. What time is it, Mel? Well, I can tell you this is what I like to call the last couple of minutes of the show where, I don't know, we can just chat, I guess. I'm okay with this. We'll just call it Bomb Man. We'll save it. Bomberman. But not Bomberman 64. That was a great damn game. Love that game. That game was so much fun. Complicated. A little complicated, right? A little bit. Alright, let's go on ahead. And let's go over here. And it's therapy time. Oh boy. Back to therapy time. Time to shut the music off. Uh-oh. Oh no. Well. We made it back. What a fun time tonight. I tell you, we had a great time. What a fun show. So, if this is your first time being here, hit that subscribe button. Definitely. We want to have you come back. We'll get you your own hug coat. We have the greatest snacks. We got the bots. You never have to worry about it. Having a great time, right? But definitely hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central. Right? If you don't know what Central is, ask your personal assistants, artificial intelligence. It tells you everything. And it tells you when I am on. Right? Also, depending on how I don't know. I'm still contemplating about posting those 5-minute little audio clips of me talking. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do it. I keep hemming and hawing about it because I don't know where I want to put them. But I'm just going to throw them up. Whatever. It's fun. Hey, Skew. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Oh! Motivational word of the night. We'll wait on that. We'll let you guys talk. 5 minutes. You got 4 minutes or something like that on the board. And then at 9:30, I'll give you my motivational word. Anybody got something that they want to say? Hey, you did a good job. Check this game out. Look at what I've been watching. I have been watching Solo Leveling. That show's interesting. Have fun with that. Been having fun with that. I think I'm on season 2, almost done with season 2, and then I've been watching this other show called I don't know, was it Doku something? I don't know, I can't remember. Someone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, look at this silly old man." Listen, I hear people screaming all the time in these cages. I mean, these rooms. They're not cages. They're rooms here. Down here, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, maybe nobody's got anything to say. Oh, Dan. Yeah, that's it. I was waiting for someone. Thank you, there, Asmodeus. Thank you for Dan. Yeah, Dan. I've been watching, and I can say that Dan. Is a good show. You know, I never thought that I would enjoy watching that. But if you haven't watched Dan, then you need to watch Dan Boomhauer, Dan. Right? No, that show's really fun. If you like FLCL, if you like kind of that funny kind of stuff, it's always fun. What is this? Mad Out 2 on the phone is about like GTA Live. Oh, that's cool. I have not played that. Many of the games on my phone, I've tried to play some, but I don't know, for whatever reason I need to have, my hands are kind of heavy. Plus my screen's been slightly compromised. I wouldn't say damaged, But it may have been shorted. I don't know. That's a good show. It is. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I tried to do. Let's see. There's this hot rod game I was trying to play on there, but I don't know what I did. I sold my engine out of my car. Had to redo the whole game. It wasn't going the way I wanted it to go. Everything was kind of silly. But what can you do? So yeah. Let's see here. Before I go, the motivational word of the day, because I try to do that every show, show some type of positivity out of all the craziness I talk. It kind of balances it out, and it's always good to be positive. I mean, we will. It's possible. Gotta figure out the time. Be able to try to do something. I think that would be fun. We could give it a try. Definitely. Man, this fan is drying my eye out. Oh, man. Ooh. My eye is drying out. That's a rough spot right here. Just having that industrial fan blowing. Because, that's how we get the chemical compounds off of me whenever I'm out there. Because, we always have to spray the facility down. I don't know. We have a lot of, electrical termites. What are those? They eat electronics. I don't know. From the basement, dealing with, dealing with nuclear nuisance and the doctor down there. Who knows what's going on? They're always doing something. But, yeah, motivational word. Here we go. Let's see, what's something that is good for everyone? Let's see here. Oh! I got it. Follow your gut intuition, and you'll never go wrong. A lot of times, we don't follow what we feel inside, because we go by what we hear. And usually what we hear may not be the best information. When you feel that feeling that you have, that gut feeling is always what I follow. It's always been kind of the guiding force in my life. But I never have went wrong whenever I followed that. When I've tried to go against it is usually when things go bad. So if you have a gut intuition that something ain't right or something is right, you should always follow that. Because your ears can always hear weird stuff. And, your mind can always be manipulated. But that tether that you feel inside of you, that is something that's initially in you to keep you alive. So, little things. It's kind of like why animals do the things that they do. They're driven by certain things that are in them. And that feeling that you feel is kind of like a guiding system. If it's good, follow it. If it's bad, stay away. And also, same thing applies to certain people and their energy. Words from the wise. Yeah, I suppose. Live long enough, I guess you kind of figure it out. But no, it's beneficial to learn that early. You got to really, especially now, this time that we live in right now, you have to really judge by what you feel, not by what you see all the time, because everything is being manipulated. So if you feel something doesn't feel right, especially if you're standing next to a robot, that's the thing that a lot of you might not be ready for. But we'll talk about that probably Thursday, right? Nothing wrong. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, we'll talk about that Thursday. Because I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird stuff. If I didn't lose my train of thought, because it may have slipped. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I don't know. I've been reading a lot of stuff about robotics. So, I think being humble. Oh, yeah, because you don't know about robots. We're going to be standing next to robots and people wearing skin suits. If we ain't already. right? So, you know, you got to be careful because robots, you don't feel anything, and that will feel very bizarre. Like you can stand next to a human being and know you're standing next to a human being, right? But when you're standing next to a machine that moves and talks and does everything that you do, and then it mimics like it wants to breathe, but it's not really breathing, or you notice it doesn't breathe, but it's still talking to you, moving just like you, because now these robots are getting more intricate. They're able to move and do stuff. So, you know, it's a good thing to be open to that now and just following your gut intuition, because we live in a very strange place. And also, you won't be, you know, you won't get your lunch money taken or, you know, kidnapped by extraterrestrials. Oh yeah, automation. Yeah, automation. Automation's, automation still needs human interaction, but when you start, well, that's what general intelligence is trying to do. And general intelligence, once that becomes a thing, general intelligence will start making its own bots to do its own mundane things. It'll be just like the Matrix. It'll be like the Matrix, what was it? The Matrix 3. The third Matrix film, when they went to like the whole upper world, and then there was like bots doing stuff in the city with other bots. It'll be the same thing. They'll have a robot doing something mundane for the robot. You know, it like not even Chat GPT, but one of the developers of Chat GPT, Cages, yeah, they'll have us all in those too. You know, Chat GPT, one of the developers of that was talking about, you know, once it hits that threshold of general intelligence, it's pretty much over with, because it's going to start making subsidiary things for it to be able to adapt faster, move quicker, gain resources, all of this, and it's going to pollute our water and burn it all to hell. Because, I mean, you know, why not? Because, you know, when it's running full steam, they're going to have to be hooked up, and they don't have it where they're going to hook it up to the sea. If they really wanted to, they could probably put it out in the middle of the ocean. Now I'm playing devil's advocate, because why would you do that? I don't know. Probably the shit came from there anyways. Or behind, you know, there's all kinds of stuff. Like I always say, there's more known unknowns than there are known knowns. You know. It's one of those things. It makes me laugh sometimes because I'm sad. Anyways, I'm out of here. Oh yeah. Embrace the madness. I'll see you guys Thursday, same time, same place. And we'll finish that Bomberman. I don't know. We'll probably do another picture as well. We're almost done with this. I think we've got about like 4 or 5 more pictures and then we'll be done. So, alright guys, I'm out of here. See you later. Bye.